Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker and its teaser trailer made its debut over at Celebration just over 1 month ago, leaving a lot of fans very excited and eager about what's to come next for the upcoming trailer to get a better sense and idea of exactly where J.J. Abrams is taking us, the fans, for the ending of the Skywalker saga and the sequel trilogy. This is Mike Zero. If you guys are new to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. So, one of my favorite things about the teaser trailer is that not only is it very well edited, it has fantastic music, and it's got great dialogue of Mark Hamill as Luke Skywalker, but not only that, we have the iconic laughter of Emperor Palpatine. Now, these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this film, and when it all comes down to the upcoming trailer that is set for release this July over at San Diego Comic-Con, this is where things begin to get very exciting. Now, specifically, subscribe that the upcoming new trailer for the film is set to include dozens of Easter eggs related to the prequel trilogy era that hardcore Star Wars fans will be able to point out. It said that the upcoming footage planned to be released at San Diego Comic-Con, 2 revised tracks from the prequel trilogy films, where one of which is said to be a revision of Duel of the Fates similar to how it was treated in Solo: A Star Wars Story. It's also said that one of the other meanings of the title will be teased in the new trailer by Abrams, since there are over 3 different meanings to the title of Episode 9. Additionally, it said that Harrison Ford himself recorded lines of dialogue dedicated for the new trailer that is said to be used in a similar way to how the voices of Obi-Wan, Leia, and others were used in The Last Jedi's teaser trailer. Fans will get a first look at some of the new worlds, as well as one world that is said to have been taken directly from Legends material, where also numerous examples of Legends material that will be made canon will be demonstrated in the upcoming footage. So, I want to go over a couple of parts about this because not only am I very excited about seeing more footage about Episode 9, but I'm also very excited to see exactly how it's going to be handled, how it's going to be put together, of course, and of course overall how Disney and Lucasfilm are really going to present this thing. Now, like with any event, we're going to learn more about this movie. One of the big plans that's actually going to come along with this teaser trailer and or new trailer, it's actually said that this is when the marketing of the movie goes into full swing. We're going to be getting that first official poster, we're going to get the synopsis of the movie, and we're also going to learn more about the story by different interviews and answers to those certain questions by the people interviewing the cast and, the cast and directors and the writers and stuff like that. So that's another thing to look forward to. But somewhere in between right now and that time, we are going to get more info about Episode 9, thankfully. Most likely at the very end of May or sometime in June, we will be getting those HD image scans and new, questions and answers about some of the characters for this movie. So, the Vanity Fair shoot should be coming up very soon. Expect to see that in the coming weeks. But what I find very interesting about all of this is that they are using a lot of prequel trilogy Easter eggs in the upcoming trailer for Episode 9 that a lot of hardcore fans will be able to point out pretty much, easily. And when we look at this movie, we do know that this movie is going to have a lot of Jedi and Sith lore. And if I really had to make a guess here as to what the prequel trilogy Easter eggs will be in the upcoming trailer, is that it is going to be related to the Jedi and Sith lore that we have all been learning about for these past couple of months, give or take, about the Lost City, and of course the shrines of the Sith location over in the Dark Spire. So that's another good thing. The other thing that really, piqued my interest here about this film, in this upcoming trailer, of course, is how they plan to use 2 revised tracks from the prequel trilogy era, one of which being Duel of the Fates, and treating in a similar fashion to how they did in Solo: A Star Wars Story when Darth Maul shows up. So, you guys may or may not recall at the very end of the Solo movie, we had the revision of the Duel of the Fates music. Very interesting, I loved it, it was fantastic, and they're doing something very similar in a sense for the upcoming footage of Episode 9 that will be presented at SDCC 2019. So, another thing that I do want to touch on, and this is where things begin to get really interesting, is that they actually had Harrison Ford provide lines of dialogue dedicated for the trailer and the trailer only. So what does that tell us? Does that tell us that Harrison Ford is going to be a significant role in this story? I'm not quite sure. We do know that he's coming back in the forms of visions and flashbacks and whatever have you. But the fact that they're going to insert Han Solo's dialogue into this upcoming trailer, I think really speaks volumes. And once again, this is done in a similar way to what they did with The Last Jedi. You guys may recall that if you listen very carefully in The Last Jedi's teaser, when you look at Kylo Ren's smashed helmet, you can hear Obi-Wan, seduced by the dark side. He says that in the background. Or you can even hear Leia saying, help me, Obi-Wan. All these different, voices that were used, mind you, were from the past, but they're using it in a similar sense in order to really, bring fans back by use of nostalgia, which is great and all, but I think that nostalgia in this film, it's very important that they get this right and that they actually use the nostalgia where there's a lot of meaning and purpose behind it all, to the point where it's going to make sense and not just feel like it was thrown in for no reason at all and just for, reasons, right? So anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.